They say September is the month when the veil starts to thin, in the weeks before the equinox. I didn't believe that until I started seeing patterns in my facts. 7 cases, 7 dates, 7 events that span centuries, countries, and every kind of nightmare you can imagine. And somehow, they're all connected. 1st September 1939, the Grey Nun of Montreal. It began with a war. On the night Canada entered World War II, nurses at the Grey Nuns Hospital in Montreal reported a figure moving through the wards. A nun, face pale, eyes downcast, touching the foreheads of soldiers. By morning, several of those men were dead. The hospital chaplain called it a mercy visitation. But one nurse swore the nun's habit was wrong. That style hadn't been worn since the 1800s. The first mark in my September file. 4th September 1628, the Pendle Witch's last curse. 3 days later, and 3 centuries earlier, a storm tore across Lancaster. Elizabeth Device, one of the infamous Pendle Witches, had been locked in her cell, awaiting trial. Witnesses claimed she spat through the bars at a guard and muttered something in dialect no one recognized. That night, lightning struck the prison roof. The guard's body was found in the courtyard, eyes wide, mouth full of rainwater. The second mark of my September file. 9th September 1945, the Demon of Devon. Fast forward to post-war England. Farmers near Dartmoor woke to find their livestock dead. Not mauled, not butchered, but drained. No blood. Hoof prints led from the fields to a stand of trees and stopped, as if whatever made them had taken flight. The ministry called it animal mutilation by person or persons unknown. Locals called it something else, the Devil's Harvest. The 3rd September mark. 13th September 1922, the Pharaoh's Warning. In Cairo, a newspaper ran a story about a newly translated inscription from Tutankhamun's tomb. Death will slay with his wings. That same week, a museum official collapsed mid-lecture. His last words were said to be, "It's here." The autopsy found no cause of death. The 4th mark of my September file. 17th September 1880, the Vanishing Room at the Langham. London's Langham Hotel has always had its ghosts, but this one was different. Guests in room 333 claimed the layout changed overnight. Doors in the wrong place, windows bricked over. By morning, the room was back to normal. But one guest, a traveling salesman, was gone. His luggage remained, his bed was made. The 5th mark in my September file. 23rd September 1978, the Black Mass in the forest. In rural France, police stumbled upon a midnight gathering in the woods. Hooded figures, chanting in Latin, a goat's head in the center of a burning circle. When officers moved in, the figures scattered, but not into the trees. Witnesses said they melted into the shadows. The 6th mark of September, 29th September 1913, the bell that rang itself. Cornwall, England. The church bell tolled 13 times at sunset. The vicar was found in the vestry, his face frozen in terror. The coroner wrote natural causes. The villagers wrote something else. The devil called him home. The 7th mark of my September file. 7 events, different years, different countries. But here's the link. Each one happened within the window of the Autumn Equinox. In every account, there's an eyewitness who describes the same thing. A very tall, very thin, very pale, ghostly figure, wearing a dark coat and black trilby hat. Stood watching from a distance. In Montreal, he stood in the corridor at the end of the ward. In Lancaster, the figure was seen on the prison wall. In Dartmoor, behind the tree line. In Cairo, it appeared at the back of the lecture hall. In London, in the hotel lobby. In France, up on the ridge just beyond the firelight. In Cornwall, spotted in the shadows of the vestry, under the bell tower. I don't know what it is, a collector, a herald, but if the pattern holds, he'll be back this September. And maybe if you're unlucky, you'll see him too. Thank you for watching History and Facts. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and help us out by subscribing. I hope to see you soon.